He did not understand it at first. Told himself different stories. That you had changed. That circumstances changed. That something outside either of them had shifted things. Type your person's name in the comments. Tell them you never stopped caring. Like this video and subscribe in their name. Stay until the very last word. But the honest version was simpler. And harder. And entirely his tone. You stopped waiting because waiting had a cost. A daily cost. That he was not acknowledging. Was not even aware of because he was not paying the kind of attention that would have made him aware. Waiting is not passive. That is what he finally understands. It is not simply the absence of moving on. It is active, daily, expensive. It requires choosing someone who is not choosing you back clearly. Holding space for a person who has not confirmed the space is worth holding. Staying present for a connection that keeps asking you to be patient without giving you enough to make the patience feel reasonable. You did that. For longer than he deserved. With a grace he did not recognize as grace while it was happening. He saw your waiting as certainty. As proof that what was between you was strong enough to survive his inconsistency. As confirmation that the connection would simply hold regardless of what he contributed to holding it. He was wrong about all of it. Your waiting was not certainty. It was hope. And hope is a different thing entirely. Hope has limits. Hope requires something to sustain it. Hope cannot feed itself indefinitely on potential and almost on the memory of what things once felt like. He was not giving you enough to sustain it. Was not showing up in the ways that make hope feel like something worth continuing to carry. And hope that runs out of sustenance does not die dramatically. It just quietly becomes something else. Becomes the tired and honest decision of someone who finally chooses themselves. Who stops pouring energy into a direction that is not filling back up. Who makes the painful and necessary choice to stop waiting for someone who has not made showing up a priority. You made that choice. And he understands now why you made it. Not with resentment toward you. With clarity about himself. He gave you every reason to stop waiting. Through what he did and what he failed to do. Through the inconsistency that made certainty impossible. Through the silences that said things he never intended to say but said anyway. Through every almost that was never quite enough to make staying feel like the obvious choice. He thinks about the specific moments. Not in general terms. Specifically, the times your patience was visibly running thin and he noticed but did not act. The moments a small and honest gesture would have renewed something that was quietly expiring. The conversations that needed to happen and kept not happening because he kept waiting for a better time. Better times do not arrive on their own. He knows that now. They are created by people who understand that timing is not found. It is made. By choosing to say the true thing before the window closes. By showing up before the person worth showing up for runs out of reasons to stay. He ran out of time. Not because the universe was unfair. Because he spent what he had carelessly. Assuming more would simply be available whenever he decided he was ready. You decided first. That you were done waiting for his readiness. That your time and your hope and your energy deserved to go somewhere that received them. And that decision was not a failure. It was one of the most honest and self-respecting things you could have done. He sees that clearly now. The truth about why you stopped waiting is simply this. He did not make staying easier than leaving. Did not give you enough of himself consistently enough to make the waiting feel like something other than hoping alone. And people cannot hope alone indefinitely. They should not have to. He carries this understanding now. Not as punishment. As the clearest and most useful thing he has learned from everything that has passed between them. That love is not enough on its own. That showing up is what love actually looks like in practice. That consistency is not a bonus feature. It is the foundation without which nothing else holds. He has that foundation now. Built from understanding what the absence of it cost. And if he is ever given the chance to stand in front of you again, you will not have to wait for him to decide. He will already be there. Fully. Consistently. In all the ways that make waiting something you no longer need to do. If this reached something real in you, type your person's name in the comments. Tell them you understand now. Like this video and subscribe in their name. Because some truths arrive late but they still arrive. DM to DF message today love letter.